As someone who's seen Amex pop-up jail multiple times and been told flat out no by Capital One probably even more times, I've thankfully had better fortunes with Chase. On the business side, admittedly, I've gotten a couple denials on in-cards, but on the personal side, the only stumble has been seeing pop-up jail on a recent attempt at the Chase Sapphire Preferred. As long as the card hasn't shown indications of anti-credit card optimizer, I've been good to go. And hey, why wouldn't that be the case? I consistently maintain a high credit score, and for all the cards that I've opened historically, I keep my hard inquiry count at a reasonable level and don't just go all guns a-blazing when it comes to applying for credit cards in a short period of time. Also, I've only ever attempted applying for Chase cards when under 524, so less than 5 opened personal cards, Chase or non-Chase, in the past 24 months. Well, as with many great streaks across the passage of time, surely my 100% approval record on Chase personal cards must come to an end at some point, right? Thankfully, as the title of the video suggests, my streak lives on, but not without some effort on my part. In this one, I'll share my end-to-end experience while applying for the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card and how, despite some early stumbles, I am now a happy holder of this card. But real quick on why the Bonvoy Boundless. 2 main reasons. 1, the free night award that I'll receive every card member anniversary, valued up to 35,000 points. I find Marriott's low-tier free nights more valuable than those of Hyatt or IHG because of Marriott's larger footprint of properties, as well as the fact that you can top up the value of that free night by up to 15,000 points. Okay, the IHG free night does have the top-up feature as well, but again, generally smaller footprint. Between my wife and I, we already have 2 35k free nights, one coming from my wife's Bonvoy Boundless card and the other coming from my Amex Bonvoy Business card. At this point, we don't see a need to have more than 2 per year, and so I intend to close my Bonvoy Business card, and since the Bonvoy Business has a $125 annual fee versus the $95 on the Bonvoy Boundless, I'll be saving a cool $30 in annual fees. Sure, the Bonvoy Business does have other features that put it over the Bonvoy Boundless, but I just don't use those very much at all. My second reason for wanting the Bonvoy Boundless was the elevated welcome offer of 125,000 points plus 1 free night award valued up to 50,000 points for $3,000 to spend in 3 months. Unfortunately, this elevated offer is no longer available, and so unless you have an immediate need for the 350k free nights that are part of the standard offer, I would not recommend going for this card right now. Instead, I'd wait for the next elevated offer that comes with either part points, far more flexible than free night awards, or that matches the all-time high offer of 5 50k free night awards. That said, my application experience should remain relevant for any Chase personal cards except maybe the Sapphire cards that you go for. And with that, let's begin our tale. As mentioned, my wife already has a Bonvoy Boundless card, and so I applied through her referral link. I went into this application with a 767 credit score and 7 hard inquiries on Experian, as well as being at 424. Historically, Chase has only ever pulled Experian when I've applied for the cards, and since I keep my credit frozen across all 3 bureaus for security purposes, I had to unfreeze my Experian credit before applying. Mostly standard fare when it comes to the application: personal details, address, contact info, financial info. There's also an option to put your Marriott Bonvoy membership number, which you should do if you already have one, but if you leave it blank, you'll be automatically enrolled into the program. After filling all that up and clicking submit, I was met with this: we need to review your application. We'll let you know our decision in writing as soon as we can. No doubt a bummer, but hey, all is not lost yet. One very interesting thing that happened, or rather didn't happen, is that I did not get a hard inquiry across any of the 3 bureaus. Expected on TransUnion and Equifax, but peculiar on Experian. Maybe Chase adopted Amex's approach where if you already have a card with them, they'll only do a soft pull for subsequent applications? As somebody who stays reasonably in tune with credit card news and having seen no indications of this online, I had my doubts. Anyway, just a couple days later, I received a letter from Chase bearing bad news. We reviewed your information and were unable to approve the application for a new account at this time. We based our decision on the following reason: too many requests for credit or open accounts with us. This reason actually gave me some confidence that I could turn around the denial via reconsideration. Chase is known to cap the overall amount of credit that they'll extend to you across all of your cards, with the cap being loosely a function of your income. Many people have reported getting approved after initial denial by simply moving credit from their existing cards to the new one. With this possibility in mind, I called one of Chase's reconsideration lines, which you can find simply by Googling. Upon having an underwriter review my application, I was asked to clarify my social security number as the number that I had put in the application did not match what they had on record. Silly me. Clearly, I put the wrong social in the application, and that also explains why there was no hard inquiry. After I provided my correct social, I was put on hold while the lovely underwriter reprocessed my application. She then came back and shared that my application was being stalled due to TransUnion being frozen. Apparently, both Experian and TransUnion had to be pulled. I know that different bureaus are pulled depending on which state that you live in, but I've lived in New Jersey for several years already, and it's always just been Experian. Is it a recent change that was made for New Jersey folks? Is TransUnion only pulled for reconsiderations? If anyone knows better, appreciate if you could share below in the comments. Okay, after unfreezing TransUnion and kicking off the application again, the underwriter came back and asked 1. How much credit I wanted on the Bonvoy Boundless, and 2. If I was willing to move existing credit on my other cards to this new card. Just as I suspected, and at this point, I knew that I had successfully turned around my denial. Sure enough, after shifting $10,000 of credit to my new Bonvoy Boundless card, I was congratulated for the card, and now I'm simply waiting to receive it in the mail. And so, my experience clearly demonstrates that all is not lost when you received an initial denial from Chase. Obviously, make sure to double check how you fill up your application before submitting, but beyond that, reconsideration can be a lifeline. Perhaps not so much if you have a poor credit score or are at or over 524, but if it's just a matter of shifting existing credit to your new card, this can all be taken care of through reconsideration. Guys, I'd love to hear about your Chase application experiences, whether they're good, bad, or like in my case, bad to good. And if you've made it to this point in the video, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. While I'm still going strong with Chase personal cards, unfortunately it hasn't been quite as smooth sailing with the business cards. I quite recently got denied for an ink card, and I suspect that it's at least partly due to the ink train slowing down. To hear more about this potential phenomenon, check out this video on screen. Here's your card nerd signing off, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.